we're back, 8th graders. We're in section 6.5. Now we're doing example 2. We just got done multiplying monomials together. Now I'm going to show you how to distribute a monomial to a polynomial. So let's start with letter A. We've got this 5 on the outside, and we need to multiply 5 to the 2 times x squared. The only thing that 5 can multiply to is the coefficient 2. 5 times 2 is 10, and now I have 10x squared. We'll do it again. 5 times x. Now remember, x does have a number in front of it. It's 1. So that means 5 times 1 is 5. And so we'll make that 5x. And then last but not least, 5 times 4. That's 20. And you just distributed a 5 to that polynomial, okay? Now let's look at letter B. We're getting a little bit more interesting here, okay? When you multiply, if you have a coefficient, you're going to multiply it to another coefficient, and that's it. If you have an x, you're going to multiply it to another x, and then same thing with the y. So as we look at this, we're going to multiply 2x squared y times 3x, okay? Now if you kind of separated it out away from the pack here, there you go. That's what it would look like. And so I'm going to do my 2 times 3, which is 6, x squared times x, which is x cubed, and y doesn't have anything to multiply to it, so I'm just going to bring it with it, okay? So there's my first term. Now I'm going to drop down my minus sign, and now I'm going to do the same thing with the y. I'm going to do 2x squared y times y. Now y, the second y back here, has a coefficient of 1. So if you need something to multiply that to, then you would do 2 times 1, which is 2. X squared doesn't have anything to multiply to, so you're going to bring it over. And then y times y is y squared. So if I drop it down a little bit, you'll see, okay, 2x squared, y squared. And there you go. So those are not like terms. I can't combine them. That's my answer right here. Okay? Let's do this one. Letter C, we got 4a times a squared b plus 2b squared. 4 times 1, because that coefficient in a squared b is 1. 4 times 1 is 4. A times a squared is a cubed. And I don't have anything to multiply to this b, so I'll drop it down. So the first term is 4a cubed b. Now drop down your plus sign, and we're going to do it again. 4 times 2 is 8. A, this time, has nothing in here to multiply to, so we're just going to drop that down. And then I don't have anything to multiply to b squared, so I'm going to drop it down as well. Now, if you're having a hard time visually with it, and that may be happening to some of you, then just separate it, bring it out away from it. If you're not seeing it visually as you're doing it horizontally, then let's separate it out and let's see what we could multiply to, okay? 4 times, there's an understood 1 there, okay? There's your 4. A times a cubed, a squared, excuse me, is a cubed. And then b is all I got left, so you drop it down. It goes with it, times b. There's nothing else there to multiply to it. So you just drop it down. Same thing, do 4a times 8ab squared. Well, 2. Why did I write that? I wrote the answer. All right, 2b squared. 4 times 2 is 8. A has nothing to multiply to, so we'll drop it down. And b squared doesn't have anything to multiply, so we'll drop it down. If you need to do that, then do that. Otherwise, come see me and get some extra help if you're not exactly sure you understand what's going on, okay? You're multiplying things that can be multiplied together. Coefficients can be multiplied together, and variables that have the same base can be multiplied together and consolidated into one number, okay? I'm going to leave D for you. That's going to be your extra credit. Let me do this one with you, okay? 3ab times 5a squared. 3 times 5 is 15. A times a squared is a cubed. And b, we don't have anything multiplied to it, so we're just going to drop it down. Same thing, 3ab times b. 3 times 1 is 3. A doesn't have anything to multiply to it, no common base. And then b times b is b squared. And that's as good as you can do. So if you can get to that place and understand what you're doing, you're really sitting pretty. I'm going to let you try letter D and F as extra credit. So distribute those monomials and let's see what you get. Remember, when you do extra credit, it doesn't hurt you to try. So I'm encouraging you to go the extra mile and do your very best. Try, see what happens. You might surprise yourself.